Welcome in. Hope all of you are having fantastic Mondays. We are breaking down everything that took place in the NFL. We're here in the Geico Outkick studios where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Man, there was so much incredible action going on in the NFL yesterday. From the 1 o'clock Eastern kickoffs all the way through to almost midnight when Cam Newton got stopped going for the winning run there on what would have been an incredible and improbable comeback, because I really did think the Patriots were done. And instead, Cam Newton gets somersaulted. And by the way, Julian Edelman had an incredible game. He had the game-winning touchdown pass go through his hands. And I bet that's what Julian Edelman is thinking about this morning when he gets out of bed, is as good as he was, as good as he played, and he played pretty extraordinarily, that catch is the one that's going to haunt him. Cam versus Russell Wilson, it was a duel for the ages. It was absolutely incredible, but it was just one of many, I almost want to say, legendary moments. It felt like a legendary day. And what I mean by that is, I feel like we'll be seeing that little onside kick in the Falcons-Cowboys game for years and years. I'm sorry, Falcons fans. I'll be watching your players watch that slow roll as it moved towards 10 yards to see whether or not it was actually going to stop or not. And that was pretty crazy to watch it, right? Watch that process play out. The Cowboys won a game that they had absolutely no business winning. The Falcons lost a game that they had absolutely no business losing. And I feel like it was more of a Falcon loss than it was a Cowboy win. And I said this in hour one, but I can't get over this stat. The Falcons had 39 points with 0 turnovers against the Cowboys. Entering today, meaning the weekend, teams were 440-0 when scoring 39 points with 0 turnovers since 1933, when team turnovers were first tracked according to the Elias Sports Bureau. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. And then the Falcons' 20-point blown lead, sorry, Falcon fan, their largest since Super Bowl 51 against the Patriots when they led 28-3 in Houston before collapsing. That ball slowly rolling felt iconic. I felt a little bit like Justin Herbert coming in played so phenomenally well. And I'm still in disbelief that Anthony Lynn would be saying, oh, Tyrod Taylor's still our guy. Did Anthony Lynn watch the same game that you and I did? Arguably, Herbert made one bad decision the entire game. He should have pulled the ball down and kept running and got a first down. Instead, he tried to make a play, threw it downfield, got picked off, and that left the door cracked just widely enough for the Patriots to come roaring back. Sorry, for the Chiefs to come roaring back. The Patriots also came roaring back. What an unbelievable day of NFL football. I mean, it was just from basically 1 o'clock, like I said, in the afternoon until midnight, thoroughly riveting. Hard to look away. And I'm left, I said, and we'll talk about this probably all season long, but if you were telling me right now, how would you assess Belichick without Brady? Even though you lost that game, Patriot fans, don't you leave thinking to yourself, hey, we're still really good. We should still be the favorites in the AFC East, even as good as Josh Allen has looked with 2 300-plus yard passing games. If Cam plays like that, like he played against the Seahawks, the Patriots are going to win the AFC East. Because we've seen this story before. Belichick will find a way to get his defense good by the end of the year. Remember how slow the Patriots usually started the seasons with Tom Brady. September was nothing to remember. October, just okay. By November and December, they're rounding again the perfect shape. If anything, the Patriots are way ahead of schedule right now, certainly on the offensive side of the ball. Josh McDaniels has to be just in awe over how much he can do right now with Cam Newton. Meanwhile, we haven't even hardly talked about the Bucs. The Bucs were just okay. I watched a lot of their game, and they still haven't hit their stride. I thought one of the most interesting parts of the Bucs game was seeing Brett Favre walk in with a bag of potato chips and a Tom Brady t-shirt. That was actually really funny. But Brady still does not look like Brady at the highest level. Now, he started to see a little bit of rhythm with Mike Evans. He started to perform at a higher level. But right now, we said we were going to kind of give you the divorce review. We got the divorce between Brady and Belichick. I got to tell you, I think Belichick is doing better without Brady than Brady is without Belichick. And this will be one of the really interesting storylines to follow, is to what extent was the Patriot dynasty primarily being driven by Bill Belichick versus primarily being driven by Tom Brady. Brady was mediocre. Bad interception. He missed Gronk on a crossing route, if you didn't see it. Overshot him. Very mediocre, I thought, in general. Now, he did have a couple of drops. Leonard Fournette ran the ball well. I still like the Bucs to make the playoffs in the NFC, which Brady has done virtually every year he's been healthy enough to finish a season. But I'm way more impressed early on with Cam and Belichick and what they're able to do than I am with Bruce Arians and Tom Brady and what they're able to do. So my early read here would be that Belichick is winning the divorce and that the Patriots are going to be the better team compared to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And what's amazing is that's true on the Patriots, even though they had 7 guys decide not to play. And that didn't even include Tom Brady. I mean, they are remaking their roster on the fly, and they're still being incredibly productive. That last night was better than any offensive performance I saw the Patriots have all of last season. Cam last night with that Patriot offense was better than any single game performance I saw from Tom Brady last year. I'm not sure that it can be sustained. I'm not sure that Cam can run the football as often as he did. That somersault that he got hit at the end of the game, those are big hits that start to wear and tear on you as you move into November and December, not to mention that Cam's already over the age of 30. But my goodness, what an unbelievable and riveting game for all of us who stayed up to watch it.